Vietnam is developing so quickly, very quickly. Since started in 2000, after an official visit of Bush Clinton president, and then Mr. Bush president. Yeah, there are not many houses, but in the future, it will be the this area will have many houses everywhere. And you just came at Chân Mây Harbor. That is a new harbor of this city. It has been opened since 1997. So this harbor welcomes so many cruise ships. And in here you can see it is very green from rice. So leaving from here to Hanoi, people can make 2 crops of rice. One is in May and one is in September. Between September and December, farmers just relax. They stop working. But some people work still keep working for hobby. They become a fisherman. They do fishing in this paddy field because all paddy fields in Vietnam really flooded. Big fishes, fat shrimp comes down from the mountain and coming over from the sea. So they are farmers in summer and spring, and they are fishermen in winter time. It takes them about 2 or 3 months to make 1 crop of rice. If you visit Vietnam in May or in September, the whole country of Vietnam will be very zero from rice. And that is a small river of tidal water. So from here you can see Vietnam is a very peaceful country. From here and Saigon is 20 or 22 hours by bus or by train. It takes us only about 1 hour by air to Hanoi and 1 hour and 10 minutes by air to Saigon. Yeah. So Vietnam is quite long, more than 2,000 kilometers long. And now this is a highway 1, but nowadays Vietnam has 3 highways. The highway 2 going along the sea. So yeah, for tourist bus and car or van, yeah. And nowadays Vietnam has highway 3, yeah, in the mountain. So many people can visit Vietnam on the highway 3 from Laos, Cambodia, Thailand or India. They can visit Vietnam by their car or their bus. And by versa, we can do that. So nowadays Vietnam is very open, not only for foreign people, for tourists, for foreign tourists, even for local people in Vietnam. By law, if we have enough money and if we have a great chance, we can visit any countries in the world. Laos, Thailand, Singapore, China, Japan, Australia, and Western country, even US, even America. And up there are 2 train tracks going to Hanoi and Saigon at the same time. And by the road you can see there are some yellow jars, yeah, over there. These are where people sell some eucalyptus oils in yellow jars. So ladies in Vietnam are very busy with their farm work, yeah? And they make many babies, 1 or 5 or 1 or 10 children in the countryside. In the city, they make 1 or 2 children only. So living in the countryside, yeah, after giving a birth to their child, they start to work in the paddy field so quickly, after 1 month or couple of weeks. So they should have this eucalyptus oil skin massage on fire. So to keep their skin healthy or their bone, yeah, healthy in the future, while they will be 50 or 70 years old. So Japanese and Korean people go here to buy this oil to make some medicines. It is good to it is good for headache and for sore throat. Because some small children go to school only for 1 or 2 hours in the morning to have their physical class. And in the afternoon, they will go to school for 4 hours. 94% people get educated. For 6% people in Vietnam don't go to school because the people live in their small group in remote area. And secondary school is compulsory. 75% people finish high school, and among them only 25% young pupils can go to university and colleges. However, Vietnam now doesn't have enough jobs for young people. Every year, Vietnam needs 3.6 million jobs. Only 2 million jobs are provided, and the rest they have to wait for. And down there, that is a beautiful Catholic village. Catholic village. Because Vietnam has a big population of more than 90 million people. So 50 million people live in villages and cities, and 40 million people live on the mountain. They are at the age to make baby. 24 million ladies. They are between 18 and 49 years old. So everywhere, people should have their good birth control. 180% for car tax. And 100% for motorcycle tax. Much money to pay for. And over there you can see that is a beautiful paddy field. Many ladies working over there. Sometimes we can't see many husbands or many gentlemen. Do you know where are they? I don't know too. I'm joking, They are going to the city to be bricklayers, to be motorcycle drivers. And now you can see that is a green paddy field with some scarecrow to threaten some duck and pigeon eating new rice. And up there, that is a new building of a high school. So on school in Vietnam look like that. It looks very good. High school. And next over there, that is another school, secondary school. So while this area is flooded, villagers stay in the school building for free. The waters always come up on this highway about half meter or 1 meters, 2 times or 3 times a year. This lady asked me that why people didn't build their houses as high as possible, to stop flooding. Vietnam is an agricultural country. So 65% people are farmer or fishermen living in the countryside. So the houses used to be built long time ago, sometime 100 years ago, 50 years ago. And you can see the ones. There are some houses rebuilt recently, only a couple years ago. So the houses, that one was okay. The houses is the first ground is about 1 or 2 or 3 meters higher on the ground or on the highway 1. So there are new houses, and long time ago, before 1950, Vietnam was not flooded so much. 1950. Nowadays, where the weather is changed so much, somewhere else it is so wet, and somewhere else it is so dry. And farmers and villagers have their big family with some children, 5 or 10 children. So after rice collecting, they pay much money for their children wedding party. Many parties. In Vietnam, a party, the wedding takes one wedding party lasts for 1 or 3 days. They pay for 3 parties by the parents of the husband, not the parent of daughters. So after having 10 boys, that family becomes very poor. So they had no money to rebuild their new houses, of course. that is one reason. But the second reason is that Chinese people, just build a long dam in their country. That's were a big gas building construction in China in this century to keep water for farming and for making power. And then Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, or India and China, are at the same time in winter, rainy and rainy. So much concubine tears, concubine tears coming from Chinese forbidden city. So the concubine tear makes some floods in their neighboring countries. Of course, at the same time, this Chinese dam is overfull of water, so they have to release it. So that is reason why Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, or Cambodia are flooded in rainy season. So this one you can see, this is a new town for rich people. They have their good plan to deal with this, the flooding and typhoon. And to visit Vietnam, you can see where sometimes people have enough time in their garden, enough land. Their garden or vacant lots are spacious enough, but they still build very slim, long and deep building houses with 1, 2, 3, and 5 floors. Do you know why? To stop typhoon and to stop flooding. You see, their houses are about 4, 3, or 6 meters wide, facing some roads or facing some small lanes, so they had a great chance to open their shops in their houses. And on the both side you can see some small houses of fishermen and farmers. They still keep their traditional houses built with one layer. So their house has only 3 main rooms. The middle room is to worship family spirit or Buddha. The room on the right is for gentlemen. The room on the left is for ladies. And they have some small room behind for their children. And in the city, people seem to forget their traditional houses because land here is free for farming and for building houses. If they live in the countryside, to live in city, land becomes very costly. So they try to have their modern houses built in a freestyle with many floors. The ground floor is to run shops, to have their businesses. The second floor and the third floor is for living. And the top floor is to worship Buddha spirit or family spirit. So in Vietnam, they never stay on the top floor. The top floor is for family spirit and for Buddha. So people live here are very happy and they are so healthy. They have good food and fresh air. And every family has a very small lot of farmland, about 2 hectares to make rice. In Mekong Delta and Siam, or in the north, people had big lots of farm, about 10 or 20 hectares to make their rice. So right here is for family food, and some rice in the north and in the south is to export to some neighboring country. So Vietnam is the 5th rice export country in the world, and going to be the first and the second after Thailand and India. So Vietnam rice is very good. No wonder Vietnam has wonderful noodle soup with beef and chicken. Maybe you eat. And this one, that is a very small road going to Laos. 12 hours by car and by jeep, because that road is very small and hilly. So later you will see this city is beautiful. It is surrounded by 7 royal tombs for 7 emperors. With 104 pagodas and 7 big cathedrals. And down here is a very small market.